Hey, I'm Stephanie Rubletz. Woo, do we have a lot to talk about today. We have future plans for channels and projects and groups, and we have winners of the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, just all the things. So grab yourself a cup of tea, coffee, whatever, and let's chat. I just want to say thank you again for everybody who has subscribed to my channel, for all of you who show up and spend some time with me. I love spending time just talking and talking afterwards in the comments, and just getting to know some of you through the comments has been really great too. So if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for coming and subscribing, and if you've been here for a while, thank you so much for sticking around. I really appreciate it. So a couple weeks ago I did publish my Hooray 1,000 subscriber video with a giveaway, so we are going to get to who the giveaway is in a little bit, but if you haven't watched that video, the draw has been done. But what you had to do in order to enter the draw was you had to tell me in the comments something that you struggle sewing, or something that intimidates you, or something that you've like tried and it just did not go well for you, anything like that, so that I can kind of know where my viewers are and what you guys want to learn, and then I can, you know, make videos with those things in mind. Oh, did you deliver? Oh my gosh, so many great ideas. I can't wait to okay, I wrote them down. The first thing that I was so excited to see was how many of you are either like just starting sewing, or you had sewed a long time ago and you're just getting back into it. I think that's so amazing. Good for you for picking this up. Oh, that's so amazing to hear. Okay, so the first thing was full bust adjustment and seat adjustments. Now, I did just do a full bust adjustment on a t-shirt, this t-shirt actually, but a full bust adjustment in a knit top is very different in a woven top, so we will go into further full bust adjustment and like how you can move your darts to get different looks. Somebody else also mentioned fitting princess seams. So bust adjustments and fitting princess seams is going to be a big deal too. Probably I'll split those into 2 videos, just because they do have like different techniques for them. Seat adjustments, or I call them bum adjustments. I'm actually working, you can't see on my table, but I'm working on a pair of shorts right now that I am doing a seat adjustment in, and that's something that is going to be, as we move into doing more pants, that's going to be an important adjustment for a lot of people, because there again, it's the same thing as like, you know, when you get a shirt pattern and the shirt pattern is graded up from a B cup and they just decide, hey, even if you're a 3X, you're a B cup, which I don't know anybody who's a 3X that's a B cup. Probably there are, but I don't know. I don't think those people are the average. So it's the same thing with your bum. You're supposed to have fat in certain places, and you know, you need to have clothes that accommodate that. It's just, they're just bodies, and we gotta learn how to fit the shape of the bodies, right? So bum adjustments, we are scheduling those as well. What else do we have? Okay, swimwear. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get to swimwear in the amount of time that's gonna be helpful to people in the Northern Hemisphere this year. Maybe for those of you in New Zealand and Australia. And I think it's gone farther down my list because like we don't even have pools opening here yet. We did go swimming in a lake recently, and I just found myself wearing a sports bra and a pair of yoga shorts that I made last year that I happened to use the same blue fabric for, so they kind of look like they match. So I was like, yeah, good enough. Here's a bathing suit. I will put those videos below if you want to see what it was that I made. I keep looking down, it's just so I can remember what's on my list because there was a lot, so I'm not trying to be rude, I'm sorry. The importance of stay stitching, somebody said, which I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, I never even thought about putting that into a video. I might do that in conjunction with the importance of directional sewing, because it does make a difference on which direction you sew seams, especially on certain fabrics. So we'll probably talk about those things together. I don't know the dates of things as I'm saying them. I don't know when we're gonna get to them. I still have to plan all of that out. But yeah, if any of these ideas that I'm kind of spilling out right now, whatever one you are the most excited for, comment below, just so I kind of know what people are thinking. A square neckline in a knit top. Now, I did not have that in my t-shirt hack list, but I do now. So that's coming. Best fabric for what pattern? Oh, this is a big one. Because especially right now, as so many people have gone from shopping in person in a store to shopping online, I'm really bad for like not even looking at what kind of fabric or what it's called when I'm looking in the store, because I just want to feel it. I want to see if it stretches. I want to like hold it up and see what the opacity is, like the name of it, like who cares? And now that we're all ordering online, suddenly you have to care. You have to know what you like, right? So we will be getting into, it's taking me a little while to accumulate samples so that I can show really great representations to everybody. So that video is coming. It's going to be a little bit further down the line though. Bar tacks. Okay, I had a question about bar tacks, and we will be getting into bar tacks as we're getting into bras more, which I'm so excited. Okay, side note. This is my order, my latest order from Bra Makers Supply Company, and I mean, if this ain't love, I don't know what is. I have not opened this yet. I've been waiting to open it with you. I'm very excited. So we will be getting into bras more, and yes, we will talk about bar tacks when we do that. Also buttonholes. Okay. I'm sure, like, no matter how seasoned a sewer is, like, you could have 30 years of experience of sewing under your belt. Chances are, when you put your fabric under and you hit that pedal to sew that buttonhole, you probably still hold your breath a little bit, like, because it's the last thing. It's the last thing to go on, and if you mess it up, you've screwed up all of your work. So, yeah. Buttonholes, we'll talk about those. We're also going to get into more tailored buttonholes because come like late fall, early winter, I think I'm going to be getting into doing a tailored coat, and I want to have really nice finishing on that. So I'll be doing tailored buttonholes, which incidentally, coats, jackets, that's another thing that people were wanting to know more about. And lining. I do have a video about how to add a lining to a jacket pattern that didn't call for a lining. I'll list that below. You can't just like take your pattern pieces and cut them out in lining. You have to add little bits of extra ease here and there. So that video kind of goes over that if that's something that you're wanting to know like immediately. Invisible zippers. Oh, another one that like lots of people struggle with, invisible zippers. And this is when I went through the list of all the things, all I could think of was like, you know, it's like in a classroom where one person puts up their hand and asks a question and you just know, you're like, lots of people probably had that question. So good for you, for everybody who like put up their hand and asked a question. I promise you, all those questions, you are not alone. Lots of people want to know this information. Oh, on another video, I had made a comment about like getting into all of the various rulers and stuff. So that one we are going to get into. I do have in that shorts video that I talked about earlier with the full seat adjustment. I am talking about using this guy a little bit. So that is coming up. And another idea that was on the list was revisiting old makes. Some of you have really expressed an interest in my costuming history, and so I kind of thought around Halloween I do still have some costumes in my basement. I might just do like a separate whole video on corsets. But yeah, my costumes, I'm gonna bring them out and show those off. So that should be pretty fun. Oh, and so speaking of corsets, I did have like a couple people say that they wanted to learn more about making corsets. Now here's the thing about corsets. We get this idea that they're like old-timey torture devices that like are horrific, because we have like some Hollywood starlets telling us that they had to wear a corset for a movie and oh my god, I almost died. Listen, the corset was not fitted for them. I can tell you that right now. If they were uncomfortable, it was not fitted, and they didn't have time to break it in. Because when you think about it, like back in Victorian times, women were still like, they were still mothers. They still did housework. They still had to walk to town to like go shopping. Like they did all the things, and they did them in corsets. So probably our modern idea of what a corset is probably not quite in line with what it was like to actually wear a corset every day. In fact, I'm gonna post a couple of videos below. One is Karolina zebrowska and one is Bernadette Banner, and they both talk about some of the history of corsets and like what it was actually like to wear a corset. And kind of some of why we don't have corsets anymore. Anyway, it was super interesting. If that's a rabbit hole you want to go down today, then I will list those below because they were really fun watches. But in terms of like modern corsetry. Like, why would we want a corset? If you enjoy watching red carpet, anything, Met Gala, the Grammys, the Emmys, the Oscars, whatever the thing, I guarantee you the majority of the gowns have a built-in corset that was constructed separately and then is sewn into the dress. That is why they look so fantastic. Like, yes, corseting is in part to get your body into a certain shape, but it's also so that the garments lay nicely on top of your body and don't kind of start riding up, or like you'll never see anybody on like the Oscar red carpet like doing this. And like we've all been to that wedding where the bride is constantly like pulling up her dress. It's because there's no corset in her dress. That's why she has to keep doing that. So there is definitely like modern applications for structured garments today. Still, there is. So we will absolutely talk about that. Okay, now I saved this one for last because it was the one commented on the most, and that is pants. A couple comments wanting to know about trousers. Mostly the comments were about jeans. So we're gonna get into all of it. Fitting trousers can be a bit different because typically you're gonna find fewer darts in jeans, and so the fitting can be a bit different. Not that there is never darts in jeans, there totally can be, and if that's how you wanna get your fit, then go for it. But they tend to be a little bit more bulky then. So we will get into trousers. We are gonna definitely get into jeans, but here's the thing. So a few of you were like, oh, I've already bought my pattern, I've already bought my fabric, or I've already bought everything and I just can't get started. Like, I'm just too nervous to get started on the jeans. So here's what I'm thinking. Since so many of you are really wanting to do jeans and you just are needing sort of that extra like little nudge, because let's be honest, like there's resources out there. The information on how to sew jeans is out there, but we're still not sewing jeans. So let me know below if you think this is a good idea. I was kind of thinking about doing like a small little short-term like make your own jeans boot camp. It's my first time running something like this, so I would do it for free and ask your patience while I figure out all the tech and everything. But here's what I think it would look like. It would look like a temporary Facebook group so that people could share their photos, ask questions, and like get feedback from each other, and we could all help each other. And it would also include, like, maybe for a week, I would have to really look at how I wanted to break it down, but maybe for a week there would be a step a day and there would be its own video lesson. Because really, if I break jeans down into that level of detail for my channel, then that means like that's all I'm posting about is jeans for like a month or two. In doing a video a week. So I feel like getting into more detail is important, but I also don't want to like it be the only thing I sew on my channel for 2 months. So if we did this boot camp, then it would be every day you would get your step. You know, we would start off with like measuring ourselves, measuring our patterns, adjusting our patterns before we even did a muslin, doing our muslin, talking about the difference between, you know, fitting a muslin when it's obviously not the same texture as denim, but what to look for, what the drag lines mean, all that kind of stuff, and just work on it together. Does that sound like something that you would be interested in? Because if it is, I will put that together this fall. Summer is still a little bit crazy right now. If it's going to be helpful, and if it's going to take you from, you know, squirreling away all of your jean making stuff and actually getting it out onto your table and actually making those jeans finally, then let's do that. Let's do it together. Why not? Anyway, I think it would be fun. Let me know in the comments if you think it would be fun, and we will get to that. Okay, the moment everybody's been waiting for. Who won the giveaway? Okay, I have them right here. So our first winner, the comment name was Angel Queen, and who turns out she is from Vancouver, and she has requested the hoodie parka from the assembly line. The second person who won is Robin Jury, who I believe said she was from New Zealand. Yes, she's from New Zealand, and she has requested the Bond shirt from Itch to Stitch. I am so like thrilled that I could do that and just like show some appreciation. So thank you for everybody who commented. Oh, I so appreciate it, and congratulations to our 2 winners. So I hope that you will tag me on Instagram. Let me see. I want to see. I want to see because I want to see. because I just do. And so there we go. That's our housekeeping. We have tons of stuff coming down the pipe. And that's it. That's all I got for you today. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to comment below. Let me know which video idea you are the most excited for. Let me know if you want to take part in the jeans bootcamp. If there's enough people who are interested, then I will put that together. And that's it. I will see you next time. Bye. Okay. I have no idea what I recorded. Which I get it. Victorian times is like 70 years, but still, there was corsets throughout the 70 years. Anyway. Could I say like anymore? Stay focused, Stephanie.